So we're looking at an inclined plane example. This is our first example. A 22.6 Newton cat is creeping up on a bird on a fence using a plank leaning on the fence. The plank makes an angle of 32, makes a 32-degree angle with the ground. What are the perpendicular and parallel components of the weight of the cat? So, well, let's start first with our drawing. Here's the ground, and here's the fence, and we make the assumption that it's at a right angle, and we put in our inclined plane at an angle of 32 degrees. I am in no way going to try and draw a cat, so here's my cat, and the cat has a weight of 22.6 newtons. So now it's very important to recognize that we were given the weight of the cat and not the mass. If we had been given the mass, we would have used our formula weight is equal to mass times the acceleration due to gravity to calculate it. But we've got it. So now we're wanting to calculate the perpendicular and parallel components. So let me put on a Cartesian plane here. The x-axis is running parallel to the plane, y-axis is acting down, and here's how I calculate the parallel component of the force of gravity. Remember, that's the force of gravity times, let me put in my angle here. Here's my angle. It's 32 degrees, and so it's the weight, or the force of gravity, times the sine, because it's opposite my angle. So in this case, I take my weight of 22.6 newtons, and I multiply it by the sine of 32 degrees. And that gives me a weight, or the perpendicular, let me say that again, the component that runs parallel to the plane has a magnitude of 11.98 newtons. And since we're going to two significant digits here, because our angle is to 2, we use 12 newtons for the parallel component of the force of gravity. We can put our perpendicular component of the force of gravity here, so we write that as force perpendicular. That's equal to the weight times the cosine of our angle, and that's because the perpendicular component is adjacent. And so we take our weight of 22.6 newtons, multiply it by the cosine of 32 degrees, and that gives us a component of 19.17 newtons. And to two significant digits, that's 19 newtons. So the perpendicular component of the weight perpendicular component of the weight of the cat is 19 newtons. The parallel component of the weight of the cat is 12 newtons.